Hello, everyone. Welcome. I am Linda Israel, and thank you so very much for coming to my live stream here on YouTube. I greatly appreciate your support and for taking the time to come here and hang out. There are a few things that I want to go over before the actual live started, so this is a recording. First of all, I want to make sure that you like this video and subscribe, so give it a thumbs up. I greatly appreciate that. When you subscribe, make sure you hit that notification bell up in the corner. That way you'll get a notification whenever I upload a video. I have a broadcast post or even a live stream. If you're watching this video as a replay and you're on a computer, look for the little gear at the bottom. You can change the speed to speed it up. Or if you're on a mobile device, look for the little three dots and usually you can change the playback speed there. My live streams generally last about 2 hours. They can go as long as 3 hours. It kind of depends on what we're working on that day and how the feedback is in the chat. While you're watching, you earn junk bucks. So if you are here, in order to get those junk bucks accumulating, go ahead and type hello in the chat and my little bot, Junkie Joe, will see you and then you'll start accruing junk bucks. And you're wondering, well, what do I do with those junk bucks? Well, you can accumulate those, and once you have 2,000 of them, you can type !award and you can redeem them for a $10 off coupon to my shop. You can earn junk bucks while you're here and when you are chatting, as well as when you play the in-chat game. So look for those as they come up, and if you make a donation. For those of you that make a donation during my live stream, make sure that you go over to my website at lindaisrael.com, and if you haven't already done so, create a user account. When you make a donation during my live stream, basically you're buying a membership to my website and to the live stream. In my opinion, what we're doing is you're accumulating that money in my account. Thank you for that donation. And as a reward, you will get 5% off your orders at lindaisrael.com. And during the live stream, if I have a journal that I'm giving away at the very end, you are eligible to win that journal. Anybody that makes a donation gets into that drawing by manually typing in the raffle at the end, but then you also get the discount membership on my website. Thank you to Robin, who is my administrator during the live stream. She helps me out with answering questions as well as giving information. She is also my administrator over at the Friendly Junk Journal People Facebook group. If you haven't joined that group, please do. We'd love to have you over there. You're welcome to share what you're working on. Speaking of sharing, during the live today, you can speak up in the chat and say, hey, I have a YouTube channel. You will not be able to share your link to your channel, but you can at least say, hey, my name is, and this is what I do. And then your friends that come into the chat can follow each other. Let's keep the chat upbeat, friendly, and helpful. If you will be kind to those that are here. If you have a question, put it in all caps and I'll do my best to answer those. The chat sometimes goes pretty fast, so I don't always see it, so do ask again. And at the same time, if you're in the chat and you know the answer to somebody's question, please speak up and give them the answer. Check the description box for links to products that I share today. Yes, I am an Amazon affiliate, which means I do get a commission on items that you purchase through my link. If you're going to buy something anyway, I greatly appreciate it. It does not cost you any extra. It just gives me a little bit of a commission, which helps me buy products to show you here. If you win one of the raffles, you can start right now by typing !raffle. Do make sure that you go over to my website, and if you haven't already created a user account, that way I will have your contact information so I can send you your prize. I am starting a raffle right now that is for 200 junk bucks, so you can get well on your way to accumulating your junk bucks. Let's have some fun today and let's get started. Thanks everybody for being here. Hello everyone, Linda Israel here. I hope you're having an amazing Monday. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching, whether this be live or in a replay. So I thought I would just kind of catch you up on what we did last week. Last week I made the journal base for this planner, which was made out of paper sacks. So I took some paper sacks and cut them apart, and then I cut them into pages, and I also made a cover. I also used a ready-made planner that my mother-in-law gave me from the Boys Ranch, and I thought that would make a great way to have a start to this planner. I know some of you may like to have a month spread, and that's what this was. So if you don't have one like this, maybe you can find one at one of your local stores. So you can kind of see it's just a regular planner. And then last week we worked on the first layout because it took so long to put the actual journal foundation together. So I came through and I kind of showed you ways of decorating. One of those was using some scraps of paper, some scrapbook paper. I had some leftover paper from a paper pack that someone had given me. I thought I had it laying here, but I don't see it. And then I stamped on top of it. I even collaged a few things. I added a pocket. This was a folio that I made a while back. On this side, there are some pockets here and here. And then there's a bigger pocket behind that holds a journal that has a pocket on the front. I did add some stickers and other elements from Calico Collage. This is a rubber stamped image. What I didn't do, because I didn't have it, is I didn't add the month. And these are a kit that you can get from Calico Collage. It's a digital, can't get my word out, digital download that you can find on her website. And so my thought was I would put January up here in the corner. Then when this is in the pocket, that would stick out. Maybe I'll put it on this side so that it's not interfering with... Yeah, let's put it on that side. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that down since I've got it in position. I like this little digital kit because it had two variations of each month on the sheet. And it also had a selection of the days of the week. I think maybe I'll put January over here on this side just so that it's a continuation. I went ahead and fussy cut out what I knew I was going to use probably today so that it was ready to go. I have them in this little tub over here to the side. How is everybody? Did you have a good week? I've been busy. We worked this week. Last week was a holiday for us, so we did have technically Thursday off. Henry went ahead and worked on Friday, and then I went in on Saturday. I took Friday off. Did y'all do any Black Friday shopping? I tried to go out, and one of the places I wanted to go to, which was a thrift store, was actually closed through today. So they opened back up today, but I didn't get out this morning. So I went around the mall in Oklahoma City, and the parking lot was so crazy. I just drove through and came on back home. I was like, I don't need anything. All right, so that was the January page spread. Now what I did was I went ahead and kind of looked around in my scraps of paper. Last week I think I even showed that I found this gel print that I had added a few things to, and then I went ahead and found another gel print to put with it, and I thought that might make a pretty February page because a lot of people associate February with Valentine's Day. I did cut up some papers for the journal that we're going to put in here, and I chose to put them onto a little strip, and I thought that would be cute in a pocket here. I've got some more papers. Oh, this is the journal, I started to work on it. It's the same concept. I cut a 10 by 10 sheet of cardstock, and then I cut a 4 3/4 by 9 3/4 tall strip and glued that on front. And then I think this is it right here, I cut some 9 3/4 inch squares for the pages, and we're going to work on those in just a moment, but I wanted to kind of get the rest of my journal page ready. So I'm going to set that aside. This was to go with that, so I'll lay it over there. On this side, I had some of digital papers that Calico Collage made using some of my stencils, and I thought it would look kind of pretty to put that over the whole page here and here. This was a stencil page that I made, so I'm going to go ahead and glue these down. Now, my pages for this were based off of the size of the ready-made planner. So, hey, how are you, Sheila? So if you have a ready-made planner, you may choose to make your foundation the same size. Mine is roughly 10.5 inches, and then if you measure this way, they're about 8 1/4 inches wide, just so you kind of know the size of my journal. And I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and glue down this side first. I'm just going to use Aleene's tacky glue and attach it to my page. I know that Robin had to work today. Her boss is getting ready to have surgery, so they've been doing some training sessions, and she's been covering for a couple of people, so she won't be here today. And I can't recall if we ever got a hold of Jennifer to see if she could fill in today. So if you have questions, just put them in all caps and I'll do my best to answer them. All right, so I'm just kind of moving this into place on my page, and I should have my... How come my bone folder always disappears? I had it in my hands, I was using it, and then it goes away. That's usually how it goes. Well, you know what? I have an old gift card, so I'm going to use that to smooth this out. So if you don't have a bone folder, you can use an old gift card to smooth out your page. So I did have a nice Thanksgiving. We opted to go over to Henry's parents' house. We at home, Henry and I, made some, he makes green bean casserole. Look up Paula Dean's green bean casserole, and then add more cheese, because that's what Henry does. And that's what we like as a green bean casserole. And then I made some horseradish mashed potatoes. So basically you make your mashed potatoes as you might like to make when you peel and smash and boil and smash your potatoes. And then I add in a bunch of horseradish cheese, and it gives it such a really good flavor. You had that same recipe, Sheila? It's a good recipe. That Paula Dean's green bean casserole is really yummy. And I like the horseradish cheesy potatoes. They're just so creamy. It's sinful. Yeah, you use that one. Gotcha. And then I make a sweet potato casserole, which is more like a dessert, because I fill it with brown sugar, and it has an egg, and it has marshmallows and sweet potatoes, and did I say brown sugar and butter and cinnamon and nutmeg? What else do I put in there? Oh, pecans that we got from the trees at our shop. Not every year do we get pecans, so thankfully I had some from last year that I was able to harvest and save, and so I cracked some pecans and got those all ready to be used in the casserole, and it was quite yummy. It was quite yummy. So then we go over to Henry's parents' house, and my mother-in-law had made a turkey and regular potatoes because one of our guests, which was our aunt, hello Carl, hello, she doesn't like the cheesy mashed potatoes, so we made regular potatoes, and I think we had brisket, smoked brisket, and we had smoked ribs, and there was a vegetable tray that had like carrots and bell pepper slices and broccoli. I don't remember what else was in that. Tomatoes, I think. What else was on the table? I'm trying to think. We had rolls. So, I mean, it wasn't outrageous. We knew we were going to have leftovers, so we kind of planned it that way so that each of us could have some of that for the next couple of days and not have to worry about our meals. Okay, so I have attached the 2 foundation papers here, and then I'm trying to decide. I wanted to put this pocket that I made that says follow your heart, which has a card inside of it on there that you can remove, and then you can write on the back if you so choose. And when I was looking at this, I thought, okay, that's pretty laying on the page, but I thought it needed a little bit more. So here's what I did. I took another gel print from my stash. You can kind of tell that I made a while back, and I decided to layer this. And my thought was, if I layered this on here and then layered it on the page, that would kind of give us some I don't know, nice layers, if you will. So I think what I want to do is glue this onto here. So since both of these are gel prints, Aleene's tacky glue doesn't always stick, so I'm going to use the beacon glue, and I am going to first glue this edge down, because that will be the flap where my items will be tucked into there. So I'm just kind of smoothing that out. All right, so now I'm going to put some glue on here. Try not to use too much glue. I'm using this beacon glue because it was given to me and I had several bottles of it, so I'm trying to use it up before it goes bad. And glue can go bad. It kind of dries out. How are you, Carl? Hello, Sheila. Y'all having a good day? All right, so I'm just going to glue this over to one side. If you're curious how I made this top portion of the pocket, I believe if you look through my videos for heart journal pages, you'll see that. Basically, I had die cut out of this piece that's on top and saved it, and then I took another piece of paper and put it behind, and that's what gave it that neat effect, texture. All right, so now I'm going to put glue on this portion. I had already glued that piece down, so I'm just going to glue down the sides and the bottom. So this will be a top loading pocket. So what else? We sat and talked a lot on Thanksgiving Day, and because I happen to be kind of a computer person, my father-in-law said, "Can you help me? My printer doesn't print anymore." And I'm like, "Well, what did you do?" So I had to troubleshoot, and I don't technically think it's fixed properly. It just works now. I think something has happened to his computer that the software that he uses won't load. But I was able to put the printer on the network, and then when I did a search on the second computer, it found the printer. So we were able to finally get it to work. And I was like, okay, well, I don't know if this is going to be a permanent fix. It might be that we need to take your computer in to have the software repaired. I don't know how to do that particular part, I told him. So it's been working. He says it's continued to work and he's happy with it. I'm like, okay. Okay, so I've got that glued down. And I took these strips and I thought it would be cute to put in here. And maybe we'll put something like, maybe to do or a task list. Let's see what we've got on here. I've got notes. We could put that across there like that. I think that might be good. I may, because I have a space here, I may add something on this portion. I don't know if I want to add a cut piece of paper down here and then make it similar to what we did over here with the to-do list. I don't know. I'm going to set that there for a moment. Look in here to see if I have anything else that I want to use. I got notes. I may need to stamp out some more of the to-do list. Let's see if it's in here. Oh, here we go. So if I were to put to-do list over here and then make a piece of paper go down there. I don't know. I'm going to set it there for a moment and see what else inspires me, right? Okay. So I'm going to leave that there for just a moment and work on this side. So for this side, I was contemplating what I wanted to do. I'm not sure which one of Calico Collage's images this is. I can't remember if it was something about rose, but I'm not positive. And it's just a really pretty pink color. The paper that's on top was some painted peach cardstock that I had that I painted it pink. And my thought was to add this to the front. But I'm trying to decide if what I want to do is add some stamping around the edges, maybe. I don't know. I think I want to do that. So I'm going to look at my stamps real fast. I know I have a bunch of little hearts, so maybe we can stamp the hearts. I could also stamp the henna rose. I guess that would be another option that I could stamp around the edge. I'm going to flip through my stamps to see if there's another one that I might like instead. Sometimes I look at them and I think, what do I want to do? What do I want to do? Okay, I think either I'm going to use the hearts or the henna rose. And the henna rose is laying here. I'm thinking that the hearts you won't be able to see very well. So we're going to use the henna rose. I'll just set these aside. Alright, so I'm going to move this out of my way for a moment. And let's lay... Oops, I lost my paper. Alright, I got it back. So now I'm going to get a scrap of paper here and lay that down. I'm going to use Archival Inkjet Black and the stamp. Put it aside. So it seems like things disappear all the time. I still don't know what happened to my bone folder. I had 3 of them. Well, here's one. Maybe I'll lay this one back out here. Okay, so I'm just going to go right around the edge a little bit at a time. Hey, Peter, welcome. I think we have a small crowd today, so thank you for coming and hanging out with me. My hope is to work on this planner the next couple of weeks, and then it'll be done for the end of the year, so I can start using it in the new year. It's been a while since I've made a planner that I've used myself, but I think that's what I want to do. See, I think that just makes it that much prettier by putting a little texture around the edge. All right, so I'm going to glue this into place using the beacon glue. Clean off a little bit of the glue here. I think Hercules decided to get up. I took him outside just before the live started, so he would go ahead and do his business, but I don't think he got a drink of water when he got up earlier. He has a tendency to go get himself a drink before he lays back down. Okay, I got that. I'm using this glue because this was a painted paper. All right, make sure I got the top. And then glue that into place. My plan is to do February and at least March today, if I can get that far. We'll see how it goes. All right, let's bring this back over. So that I was thinking would go over there. And I think what I want to do is I'm going to glue this, yeah, maybe to this side. I had got out a few other pieces of paper. So I have this little die cut heart with wings that I thought could be pretty to put on the front here. And then I have a little envelope that I made a while back using my envelope punch board, and it has a little card inside. Trying to use up what I have. And this was made by gluing two pieces of scrapbook paper front to back, and then that way it was two-sided. So I was thinking of putting that in there. And then I saw these two little cards, I guess you could say. They were leftover bits, I think, from when I was making the what do you call that, the envelopes. It's going to join the boss fight. And so my thought was, if I put those in here, and I had a little altar paper clip, was just a scrap of some fabric that I put on it. So maybe I'll put it in the middle, because I am going to put a journal inside of there. So I think that's what I want to do, is glue this down in the middle. Okay. Hey, Amanda Dawn, welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, so I'm just going to glue this kind of at the bottom. Yeah, I know it kind of covers up some of the image, but I wanted there to be a layered pocket. I think I'm going to put that right in the middle, but closer to the bottom, and glue this down. Okay. Oh, I guess I could use regular glue on this. I couldn't remember if I had glued tabs on, but apparently I had. Sometimes I forget. I tried to do some pre-planning before the live today so that I had some of the papers cut, so you weren't watching me repeatedly cut papers over and over and over again. Little repetitive work. I think this could be one of those projects that if you sat down for a few minutes and kind of planned out, yeah, never enough pockets, that you could get all your papers gathered and kind of put in the order that you think you're going to use them. In my case, I did add some greens for St. Patrick's Day, March. And then I added the pinks because I thought that would be pretty for February. And I've grabbed a couple other things back here for the March or April. No, not April. Yeah, March or April. No, April or May. That's what I was trying to say. And just left that in there. Okay. So this is going to go over here. Now, I had notes that was on here, but I think it fell off. So maybe that was supposed to be that way. I've got February in two different sizes here. So I've got February. I wonder if I should do this. And then maybe put February. I don't want this. Oh, I know what I'll do. I'll save that for the journal that's going in the pocket. That's what we'll do. And I may not put it down far enough. Okay. So what if I did this? I've got this paper here. I'm going to fold it in half. Now, let's see if this fits. Okay, it does. And what if I leave this here and then put the to-do list over there and then maybe make this stay closed somehow? Oh, I'm sorry that you're not feeling well. Oh, well, take care. Oh, my goodness. Peter, you have some good stuff, it sounds like. You haven't been able to sit at your desk for a week. That's too bad, Julie. You got to take care of yourself. If you haven't done some stretches and done some physical therapy, you should probably do that. All right, I'm going to put the to-do list over there. Put that back up here. Okay, I think that would work. And I think what I want to do is stamp across this, and then this can open up so we can use it. I'm trying to decide if I want to go ahead and make a closure, which I haven't done in a while. What could I do? What could I do? I guess when I put it down, if I glued it in such a way that the top stayed open, and then you could take the paper clip out, and then this would flip over. I think that'll work. Okay, so I'm going to set this over here for a minute. Glitter! You got some glitter dust. All right, let's get the lines, and we're going to stamp that. All right, I'm going to start here. Okay. There we go. Okay, so if that's going to go over there, I think what I may want to do, all right, this is going to go in here. That's going to go in there. So let's add some distress inks to the edges of that, and then I'll glue it down. Physio yesterday, and in 4 days. Time as well. Okay. Walk around for 10 minutes every hour. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Nuvo drops or something like that you think is a good addition to things? Gotcha. You know, I hardly use Nuvo drops, especially while I'm live, because of the fact that it takes a while for them to dry. And when I'm working on a journal page, I don't want to have to fight with something wet. All right, so I'm going to glue that down. I think that kind of gives us a nice combination of items all over our page. Kind of bring that up just a little bit. I think It's not going to stay because you're, even if I put it here. Oh, I know what I could do. Let's get some little tabs that I could put on here. So what could we use? We could use, you know, basically a tab like that in pink. So let me grab, I'm trying to see if I had some laying. Let me grab my scraps of pink paper and my punch. For those of you that don't know, I have boxes that I made out of some priority mail boxes, and I stuck in there all my scraps. So in this box, this is all the pink scraps. So I'm going to flip through here real fast. I think that is a perfect fit right there. And I'm going to punch this once. So I'm just going to line this up. I may go ahead and cut off this excess. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to punch this. Let's get my acrylic block. I placed my acrylic block over my punch, and I punched from the back side because it seems to make it punch better, in my opinion. All right, let's put this back where it belongs. And what I'm going to do is take this piece and cut it in half. And then what I can do is put one tab up here and one tab down here, and that'll hold this piece of paper. And let's add some distress inks to it. Yeah, you need to move around and not sit all day. Julia, I would really highly recommend that you go on YouTube, especially after my live, and look up easy back exercises. And some of them are just as simple as sitting in a chair and lifting your legs up, you know, bringing your legs up off the floor and doing a different, you know, stretches back and forth, so that you're not really straining your back. You're just giving it some work. All right, so I'm going to I punched that out of the paper, and now I'm just going to glue this across here. So I think I'm going to put it kind of close to the February there. All right, I like that. Give that a moment to dry. And my thought is, if I tuck it up under there. Okay, good. If I put this at the bottom, that should be in the right spot. It helps him not to have pain anymore. Can't really use. Yeah, it's sad that, you know, if you don't move around enough, you end up injuring yourself and you're unable to function. Okay, I think that works. So that's going to go in there. I'm going to let it dry. And now we have this little piece of paper that I put the lines on the front because I just thought that would be pretty to put across there. Maybe what I should do is see if I have some flowers that could kind of go on here. I have a little pink daisy. I have a couple. I think that would be kind of cute. I've got some bright green leaves. So if I were to put that across the top there, that even when it's Come on. I know I didn't stick that down all the way. There. This will go under there. So if I come down just a smidge and glue it into place, I think that'll work. Okay. Okay. L3, 5 is lumbar is the irritation. Yeah. And you can look up videos on how to exercise to help heal and strengthen that part of your back. And I highly recommend that you go see a chiropractor if you can, because a lot of times they can also give you some ideas on healing. Okay, I'm going to kind of bring it down just a little. Okay. Smoosh it down. Okay. I think this is cute. There we go. And that should stay in there pretty good. Okay, that looks pretty good. So now I just need to make the journal for this side. Put that up here out of the way. Let's move this. All right, so I went ahead and I cut a piece of cardstock and glued this piece. And my thought was, I found this chipboard piece and I painted it white. And I thought it would be pretty if I changed this color and then mount it onto this pink. I don't know that I want a whole square yet. I haven't decided. Maybe that's what I should do, is cut it to be a square to start with to see how we like it. And then I want to change the color. I got a couple colors of Tattered Angels. So let's cut this. No pinched nerve, just pain from... Yeah, just go take care of yourself. That's for sure. All right, so that is roughly, if I do 4.5 inches, that puts a very small border. Let me see what happens if I turn this around. So maybe a little bit shorter. All right, set that aside. That could be a pocket because of cutting it like that. So I'm going to go ahead and put some Distress Inks on here. And maybe I can find a couple of journal cards that would fit. And then this could go here. And then the month can go at the top. I could, since I still have a strip of this, I could make a mat to go behind there. All right, I'm going to put some gloves on because I want to paint this heart. And I think I'm going to use this Tattered Angels. I'm trying to decide if I just want to spray it. I may spray it with one and then use a paintbrush with the other to kind of give it a mottled effect. Okay. Hey, Connie, welcome. I'm going to set this aside over here and get my spray box out. I think I'm about due to put some more paper in here. All right, so I'm going to shake this up so I'll have that mic at the bottom. Okay, and then let's see. All right, that makes a good... All right, cleaning my brush out. This is a darker pink, and I know that the bottle is almost empty, so what I'm going to do is kind of stick my paintbrush in it. So it gets both colors. And then we'll dry it. I guess I could get some glitter, dimensional glue, or dimensional paint. Hey, hey, hey! Alright, so let's do that. Oh, I like the gold that's showing up. Kind of moving it around. This will be good. Oh, I think that's going to be pretty. Little variety of pink. Avocado, pumpkin, artichoke, ginger, meat, and sour fruits like lemon can raise pain level. Yep. You got to be careful what you eat so you don't keep going it. Come on, dry! It is amazing the things that you eat, what can help you physically, mentally, with your health. The more garbage you eat, the worse you feel. So if you eat better, fresh foods that haven't been doused in chemicals. Okay, I like it. I think that's going to be pretty. All right, so I'm going to get my dimensional glitter paint. Okay. So this is a dimensional fabric paint. So I think I'm going to do some of the hearts. Not all of them, just a couple, because then I can use my heat tool to kind of encourage it to dry. I can also set it aside for a few minutes while I work on some of the journal pages for the journal this is going on. Okay, let's do this one. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe this one down here at the bottom. And then that way it'll have a good... And it's clear, so it's glitter, but it should dry clear. And you'll be able to see the color underneath. It'll just have glitter on top of it. All right, so I'm going to set that in there for now and let that dry. So I'm going to set that over here so I don't lose it. Okay. So now we've got these pages I just pulled out of my scrapbook paper stash. So I thought I would stencil the back of them. So I pulled out my heart stencils. So let's just do the first one. We'll just kind of go on there. Yeah, pain is a pain. Pain is no fun. All right, so I've got picked raspberry and flamingo. And I thought I saw this one's called Victorian Velvet, so I'm not real sure how well that one will work. It's old. I am going to go ahead and put some more ink onto my distressed ink pad. I have worn lipstick, and I have the re-inker, so I'm going to add a little bit to it. It may be too red. Okay. I've got Tattered Rose, but I think Tattered Rose is more peach colored, but maybe it's not. Oh wait, that's Distress Oxide. I don't want to put that on there. Oh, well, I do have the Tattered Rose. Well, I shook it, but it didn't shake very well. Ah, trying to sit where you so your hubby can still watch TV. And let's see. Tattered Rose, Worn Lipstick. I don't think I have Kitsch Flamingo as a re-inker. So we're just going to go with those. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to get out a piece of paper here, or two, to put down on my page, or my desk. Move those up there. No, sometimes you have to get everything ready. All right, so I've got this stencil, or this paper. So now I'm going to grab a stencil. I've got lots of patterns to choose from. I'm trying to decide which one I want to use first. Super cute. All right, I think I'm going to start with the little heart stencil first. And let's grab another scrap of paper. Grab my pink. That's purple. I may need another. Smoke. That's lilac. I may have to use my pink and just kind of clean it off as I swap it to the next color, because those are purple. I don't know that I have any more of those brushes that I haven't used yet. If I do, I don't know where they are at the moment. Is that usually the case? We get something and then you put it away. Yes, lots and lots of hearts. Yeah, I don't see any extra brushes in there. And I don't think I had any in there. I may have to order some more. All right, so here's what I'm going to do first. I'm going to, let's see what this worn lipstick looks like. It's not a bad pink. Let's start with that one since I put it on my brush already. I'm just going to line up my stencil and add some color to the back side so that scrapbook paper isn't so stark white. I guess worn lipstick is more pink than red. It's a good thing I had all these different shades of pink, right? Trying to go all the way across. You know, Margie isn't here today either. I hope she's okay. It's probably snowing where she lives. Alright, so I'm going to slide my paper up and position my stencil again. There we go. Kind of lining it up. Line it up. There we go. Kind of helps when you have a repeat pattern. I don't know, this is one of my favorite ways. If the paper is thick enough, I'll use Tattered Angels, but since it's scrapbook paper, I didn't want the Tattered Angels to bleed through to the other side. So Peter says he fills his journals with Memory Monday stuff. Old memories before I start journaling will be written down in Memory Monday. The video for next Sunday is cut. Overnight, I will upload. Oh, well, cool. We'll have to look for it then. Hey, Sandra. Welcome, welcome. Okay, let's put that up there. So there's this one. So I'm going to set that aside. And let's get the next page out. I'm going to put the worn lipstick away. And I'm going to kind of clean my brush. I'm going to spray it with some cleaner. And then I've got a towel down here that I'm just going to rub it on. And that'll help get, not all, but some of that color so it doesn't contaminate the next one. All right, so let's grab the next stencil. I'm going to do Hearts and Flowers stencil. I like this one because it's little flowers, but they're heart shape. All right, let's try the Victorian Velvet. Let's see. A little bit of my color transfer, but that'll be all right, I think. I'll just kind of pick it up. We're getting two different colors, but that's okay. I probably should have dried my brush a little bit, but I hardly use this color of Distress ink, so I'm kind of glad to just use it today. All right, so I'm going to move the stencil down, kind of line it up. Okay. There we go. Kind of gives it a nice pattern. It depends on the video, Julie. Some videos are longer than others or take longer because of the size of the video. So if you have a short video that's maybe not even 10 minutes long, it won't take very long to upload. But if it's 30 minutes to an hour long, it could take a long time for it to upload. Let's do this folk art quilt stencil. Whoopsie. I'll wash my stencils later, so I'm just laying them on top. All right, so I'm getting my next page out. And let's close this one up. And I'm going to clean off my brush a little bit. All right, let's try this Tattered Rose. Well, that's an interesting shade of pink. All right, so I'm going to line it up. The edge there. Here we go. It takes less time. Yeah, and it kind of depends on, you know, all your circumstances. I am fortunate enough that I have more than one computer. So if I edit a video and set it to upload, I can go do something else on a different video on a different computer. My computer at the shop is more robust, so I can edit a video while I'm uploading a video, and it doesn't seem to bog down my computer too much. I know some people can only upload and that's it. They can't do anything else. They have to wait until that video is done processing before they can move on to something else on that same computer. All right, I'm just going to line this up again best I can. I like the different shades of pink that I'm using here. That was Tattered Rose. All right, I got two more that I want to do, so we'll put this one back. Okay. Clean my brush off. All right, let's get the next page. Lay that out. Let's pick another heart stencil. How about super cute heart stencil? We'll do that one next. I made some hot chocolate before the live. My whipped cream on top melted, and it's not near as hot. You use your phone, uploads in the background, thanks goodness. Yeah, that's good. You need 6 to 8 hours. Wow. That is slow internet. Let's do a Kitsch Flamingo. I think that one I need to get a new re-inker for. I think I did this last week. I'm using my Distress Refresher. Trying to pull up some of that color. Doesn't get a whole lot over there. It's such a light ink pad that I think I'm at a point now that I need to order a re-inker for it. Some people say, you know, add other things to their ink pad. Other than the refresher, do not add water or alcohol to your ink pads because it dilutes them and breaks them down. All right, so let's see if I can go right here and line it up, line it up, line it up. There we go. Y'all watching Christmas programs? We haven't started watching any Christmas programs. Sometimes we'll turn on some movies that are Christmas themed, but we haven't really done that this year. We have turned on some Christmas music. We have a subscription to Sirius Satellite, and we use that in our cars, but we also are able to play it in our home on our wireless device, you know, with the little lady in the box. That's what I'm going to call her. I can say her name and then tell it to play the Sirius channel 17. It's Jimmy Fallon has done it. Here is Hearts Up and Down Stencil. You don't have a computer, everything you make is on your smartphone. Gotcha. Well, that's what YouTube is all about, being able to use what you got. So I've been listening to that a little bit, and then I think there was a couple others that I saw that were Today's Hit Christmas or something like that. All right, so this is Picked Raspberry. And since I re-inked it, it's got a little more pigmentation on it. Aww. You don't have to skip your birthday. Your birthday's still going to happen, Julie. You just may not be able to do the things that you want to do. Your birthday's still going to happen. All right, I'm going to slide this up. Last one. Okay, get that lined up. Goes pretty quick if you have everything planned out, what you think you're going to do. Okay. All right, let's put that away, and I can take my gloves off so I didn't get my fingers all dirty with different shades of pink. All right. All righty, I'll put that up here. All right, let's move this up here. And now I've got these pages. So what I'm going to do is fold these in half, and we'll make the journal. So there's one. I just did 5 pieces of paper. My thought was, you know, if it's a monthly planner, that you may want to write something that goes with that month. And so you shouldn't need a whole bunch of pages. Granted, this one is a paper that has printing all over it that may not be easy to write upon, but you could always add another piece of paper on top. You could add photographs. You could paste other things, memorabilia. I can't get more words out. Okay, that's for this one. Okay. All right, let's see. Which one do I want to do as the first? I think I'll do this one, and then this one, then that one, and then this one, and then this one. Okay. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and bind this as a traditional journal. So I'm going to get my tools out. All right. Line that up here. Pardon me. Ooh, that just came out of nowhere. You gotta stop sweating, ad? Are you sweating, Julie? Oh gosh, advertisements. They crack me up. There's a couple of people that Henry and I like to watch on YouTube, and the ads we get, I'm like, we don't have children. We don't have babies that need diapers. Why are we getting ads for those things? That's just weird. 1, 2, 3. Don't sweat about it, Julie. Oh, dear. All right, so I'm just doing a 3-hole pamphlet stitch where I punch 3 holes. I'm going to go from the center, come around to the outside. I'll leave a little bit of a tail in case I want to add some charms to it later on. Yeah, it is weird, isn't it? Sometimes I wonder, I'm like, what is your algorithm that my husband and I are in our 50s and we do not have babies? Why do we need diaper ads? Alright. Not adult diaper ads, babies. Well, it should be catered to who you are, meaning your age demographic and where you're located, not because they just want to give you random ads. It's just weird. Okay. All right, so there's this piece. Now, I'm going to come back over here, and you may not be able to see it, but that one's a little wet still, so use my heat tool. But it has a couple of spots where, can you see the glitter just a little bit? I'm going to dry it with my heat tool. I can't decide. I think what I want to do is lay this on here and make it a pocket. And then this will lay on top. And then we'll put February at the top center. Oh, might help if I was in camera shot. I think I'm going to cut a little piece of this to go around that. Old people sometimes eat them too. Yes, yes, I get it. But I don't need them yet. All right, I'm going to do 1.5 inches. That'll give us a nice little border. I don't need them yet, Peter. Oh, dear. All right, so I'm going to go over this way. Maybe 2.5. I think that'll look pretty good. Okay. Okay. And then this will go up here. I'll add some distress inks around the edge. Oh, my hat was in the camera view so y'all could see. Hey, Jennifer! You had something come up? Well, I'm glad you showed up. It's time. The ads are either eerily on target or way off. Okay, my dog Oreo's in the other room barking because it's almost 5 o'clock. He started doing this because he's home, and so he thinks that he's supposed to get his dinner early. All right, I'm trying to decide if I want to add a little bit of color behind. So I'm going to grab the pink. I'm just adding a little bit more pink that goes right behind the heart. I think I need to go right here. I think that looks pretty good. And if I put this as a pocket at the bottom, then we can stick things inside of it. All right, so let's glue all this together. Okay. I don't know what's wrong with the live chat. It might be you, Julie. You're just not holding your mouth right. Standing on your head, patting your belly. All right, let's put some glue. Because I painted the back of this because I wanted to make sure that the white was down on the edges of the chipboard pieces. So I thought, well, if I apply paint from the backside, then I can really make sure that that was coated well. And I think it works. So I'm using the beacon glue because it is coated with acrylic paint. Now let's make sure I got this turned the right way. Yep, I should go that way. Lay that in the middle. I think one other thing that I might do, and I hardly ever do that, and that is to trace around the heart. All right, so I'm going to let that dry for a moment. Let's put this up here. And then we'll dig around and see if we can find something to go in the pocket. Okay. All right, let's see if, what kind of journal cards do I have? I have this one. That might be kind of pretty because it's got that pink coming out the top. Let's see what I've got in here. Ooh, I might use that one on the next page. This one's kind of pretty. Maybe we'll do that one too. Okay. Alrighty. So let me find, let's get a marker. Let's see, what color do I want? I have a little scrap here, so I'm going to mark on it. Ooh, that's more fluorescent pink. It says cranberry, but that turns out really fluorescent pink. Do I want to do that? Or this one's called carmine. That's not the right end I want. I want this end. Maybe I'll go with the first one. This one's called bubblegum. Yeah, I don't want bubblegum. I think I want the first one. Go back to the first one. I had the right choice to begin with. Yeah, I think that's the one. Okay, so my thought was to go, you know, I need my other glasses so I can see more better. All right. So I'm going to go around that outside edge. I thought maybe that would help that heart to stand out, or the whole shape of it. Have a little bit of glue that seeped out, but since this is an alcohol marker, it seems to be. I think that helps it. To make it stand out, I can't see. Gotta take these glasses off so I can see. Okay. So then, if I put this right here, and then put this like that, I also have this that can go in there. All right, let's glue this down. So now we have additional stuff. All right, drive safely, Sheila. Thanks for stopping by. All right, add some glue. Put this kind of at the bottom. All right, let's put my marker up back where it belongs. I'm glad I rearranged and put those markers where I could get to them. All right, so I'm going to say that this is pretty much done. And this is going to go in the pocket, but I don't want to do it yet because I don't want it to glue shut. But I can show you. We'll just take this out of the way. So here we are. This piece is going to go inside here. It sticks out just a little bit because I didn't put the pocket down as far as I did on this one. So I need to remember to put it down further. But I think this will work. We have variety. This piece comes out And we could open it up and write on it. And then over here we've got a to-do list, which is just papers that were left over from cutting them for our journal. So that goes right here. And then this is a card that has a pocket with another card. So we have all these pieces that writing can be put on. All right, let's put that back in there. I think that's cute. All right, so I'm going to pull this back out because I don't want it to stick. I think it's still got a little bit. I need my, there it is. This is my crafter's pouch. So I'm just going to rub it over that real fast. And what that does is the powder will stick to any sticky parts. And I'm just going to use my microfiber little cloth here to wipe over it. I think we could get some bling and put some bling on here. Let's do that. Let's get some bling out. Where's the bling? Let's see what I have in here. I've got some bigger pieces that I could put down in the hearts maybe. I have some little ones, but I think... Oh, I've got this little curly Q. I was trying to see if there was a place that this could be added. Maybe right there. Just a little curly Q of gems. That's the same size. Digging around in the gems. I think that's a smaller size. Let's get those out just in case I want them. There's two little ones right there. Okay, so if I were to cut these apart, and then they have adhesive on them, and my thought was to kind of put one like inside on a couple of spots maybe. Wow, what are Tim Tams? I don't even know what those are. What are those? Okay, there's a couple. Let's put a big one on here. Maybe right here. I think 3 is a good amount. What do you think? Just to kind of adding a few things there. All right, let's put this back. And I'm going to put this one over here. This one is a piece that I cut off of a bigger piece. So I got to get up underneath where the adhesive tab underneath it. There we go. And then I'm just going to kind of lay it right there. There we go. It added some bling. All right, let's see if our pocket is dry enough. Got a little, the backing here. Oh, there's one little gemstone that left behind. Let's put it right here. There. I think that looks good with the roses peeking out behind. And that will go in here with a little help. Coolio! All right, that's 1 month done. All right, let me clean my hands off because I feel like they're covered in goo. Chocolate! Tam Tams are super delicious cookies from Australia. Ah! Okay, I think I think Julie has sent me some in the past. I just forgot what they were. Okay, so here's what I did. I grabbed a few things. These are I didn't even make the notepad very well. I just grabbed some stuff that I thought I could use to decorate my page. And I think what I want to do is start with putting down these papers that I have here in the background. I think they're both scrapbook papers. Yeah, they're both scrapbook papers that I found in my stash. So I'm just going to go ahead and glue those in place. I'll find my bone folder so I have it. All right. Put some glue on here. Is that, Tam Tams, is that a holiday treat that you like, or is that a year-round type treat? I know that sometimes people like to eat like cordial cherries because that's more a seasonal treat that people like. Some people like fruitcake because that is seasonal that people like. Okay, I'm just kind of smoothing this out. I think it went a little crooked up here, so I want to make sure that I don't have a bunch of glue sticking out. I'll have to trim that creatively. Your husband's cousin that lives in Australia gifted everyone in the family with different flavors of Tim Tams. I had to message Julie and tell her I had Australian cookies. Ah, it's fun. They are year-round biscuits. Gotcha. I guess I went past my page over here too. I'll have to trim it just a little bit. It might be easier to put this in my paper trimmer and try to do it that way. There we go. Okay. You can see my other pages peeking out that I want to use later on. My father-in-law loves fruitcake, and apparently Julie. I don't know. I don't know if it's just because of the brand of fruitcake that I've had, but my father-in-law loves fruitcake. He's like, "Woo, I get fruitcake! More for me," he says. Because everybody else is like, "I don't want any. You can have mine if somebody gives fruitcake." His mother used to make fruitcake from scratch and give everybody a loaf. And so we would conveniently drop ours in my father-in-law's basket or box or bag of his whatever Christmas gifts he got when we would all get together. Because me, Henry and I don't care for fruitcake. It is not something that we particularly like. So Jennifer loves fruitcake. You've never actually had it. It's always just been kind of a holiday joke. It just kind of depends. If you like candied fruit and you like cake that's soaked in rum. This was a page that I had used when I was making my accordion journals. And I found it, and it already had the stitching around the edges. I went ahead and trimmed it to fit my page, and then I added additional stitching to it. Okay. Trying to use up what I had. Okay, so then, oh, I got stuff on my fingers. Okay. This is one of Norella's journal kits that I opened up, and I think it's from her Lucky Clover set. And then I found some journal cards that were green that I thought I could use. And my thought was, what if I were to put a pocket down here at the bottom? I found this piece of cardstock, and I got this piece, and I thought maybe I would just glue it onto the page. I don't know. I'm just kind of laying it out here so y'all can tell me what you think. These were going to go in the pocket. Okay. I know it covers up the piece there. And then I found this image on the same page as that image from Calico Collage. And I thought this could be the pocket for the journal like we did over here. And I can put it down low. And then I started cutting papers. This was a gel print that I made a while back. And I thought that would look good in here. Let's get it to where it actually lines up. Come on now. Okay. You like fruitcake that has brandy? Well, here we did fruitcake with rum in it a lot of times. You have a friend that sits there and picks out all the sultans and raisins out rather than tell you she doesn't like fruitcake? Alright, so if I put that there, I thought that would be a nice green. Now we do have the March, which I thought could go on there. And I've got another March that could go over here. And I thought maybe I've got this little flower and I've got a bird. I don't know. I just thought that would break up that front. I could add a little paper doily to that. How's that look? And I think I'm going to glue this piece down on there. I had this little green, but I think I want a different green. I could layer these together. Maybe. We did use yellow over there for that. I know that yellow doesn't necessarily go with the green for March, but I kind of like that. Okay, I think I've got a plan. So first I'm going to glue this together just so I know that's the plan. All right, so let's glue this all down. Yeah, got to get your walk in, Julie. Get your walk in. Okay. All right, smoothing that out. I'm listening to a Christmas music. Kelly Clarkson and Brett Eldredge, Under the Mistletoe. It's a nice song. Okay, let's put that right there in the middle. And then I think the rose and then this piece kind of peeking out. Yeah? Yeah, yeah, yeah. 10 minutes every 2 hours. Well, it might be good to get up a little sooner occasionally. All right, let's glue this down. All right. I forgot to put my glue back in its holder so it's not all down to the edge. All right, let's put that right about there. Okay, and I think I need some distress inks to go around the doily, just to give it a little grunge to it. Okay. I'm going to add a little glue to this. Give that a moment to adhere. All right, so I'm going to glue this piece down. Muscle knots. Are you using ice and heat and ice? Did they tell you either one of those to use on it? Kind of depends if it's inflamed or if you need to get it to loosen up. I have a salve that I'll use on my hips. My hips get tight because of the way I stand, or when I'm sitting too long or walking too much. It goes back and forth. Kind of depends upon what day it is. Okay, I like that. Heat now and then pain away ointment. Gotcha. Okay, getting some glue put on there. Okay. Uh-oh. I think I need to go check my dog. I don't know if he needs to go out, but I'm going to go check him. I'll be right back. That was me, sorry. That was you? Okay. It was Henry that did that. It wasn't the dog. I got worried that he ran into something. And it was Henry that ran into something. Okay, I like that. I like how that turned out. What do you think? It's colorful, right? All right, I'm going to set this over here for now. All right, so this piece is a mixed media piece that I made a while back. And I thought I would just mount this on the front. Looks good. Great. Thank you so much, Julie. So I'm going to glue this down. Yeah, where'd everybody go? Jennifer was here just a minute ago. I think Peter's probably gone to bed because it's so late in Germany. Okay, let's put this down. All right, I'm going to fold those down. I was trying to decide if I wanted to stitch around that or not. I think I'm just going to glue it down the way that it is. But I have to make sure that I glue it further down on the page. I'm trying to decide if I want to come out to the edge again. I kind of did that on other pages. This one I did more in the middle. That one I did to the edge. I think I'm going to do it closer to the edge. I'm hoping that when I put this in the pocket, yeah, it won't stick out the top. All right, let's glue this down. I think due to time today, I'm not going to decorate the journal pages during the live. I may just do that afterwards and just work on getting the foundation of this page put together. So this will go in that pocket. So I'm going to set these aside for right now and work on this side of the page. May need to lay something heavy on it. Okay. So then my thought was this will be a pocket across here. These are going to go in the pocket. I was just trying to look for ways to add layering to the page. So that's why I was thinking of putting this pocket down here and having this piece up there, just for a variety. So I think what I want to do is trim this green piece to be the same length and then add some distress inks to the edges. It's heating up there where you are because it's hot for you, isn't it? Your summertime, Julie? All right, let's add some distress inks to the edges. I don't know if I have a shamrock stamp, but maybe I could stamp some flowers on this piece. Okay, let's look and see. I guess I could stamp some leaves, maybe. I don't think I have that one laid out here. I've got the Bella Rose. I mean, not the Bella Rose, the Henna Rose. I have this, the berries and leaves. Maybe I could stamp that coming off the edge. Or the vine. What are you doing, Hercules? I keep dropping stuff. I think I'm going to use the berry leaves. Okay, let's put this over here. And let's stamp down this edge. I just want a little bit peeking out from behind that little green strip. Okay, lay that there. And I may change this. I don't know. I could put it beside it. Maybe that's what I'll do, is put it to the side, all the way to the edge, and then place this over. So it still gives you a little bit of writing space. I could also glue this to be another pocket back here. Okay, I'm going to glue down this green strip first. Well, I didn't plan it to be a color every week. Or every month, I mean. I was just thinking March green, and so I went with green. Now I think for April, I've got some flowers, different flowers that I've put in there. Okay, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to glue this down the sides, and it'll be a open spot at the top because I have some more of this papers that could be put in here for another notepad. So I'm going to leave that there. More pockets. All right, so I'm going to try to line this up with the edge. Okay, and then this piece I'm going to position on top, but I don't want it to go all the way to the binding, and you can still write on this portion without interfering with the edge there. It's a month. It's a month, Julie. It's the whole month of March that we're working on for the planner. Yeah, doing the colors like this has made me want to do another rainbow journal. I think I would like to do a rainbow journal in this size. And it may not necessarily be a true rainbow. It may just be all the colors that I like. I guess that could be all purple and blue, pink, and then the green. I'm liking it. Okay, so now this is going to be a pocket that goes down here. And I think I need to add some distress inks to those pieces. I'm going to do that real fast. I'm glad you're here, Jennifer. Are you liking this, doing the planner like this, where you have the ready-made planner at the beginning and then having a 2-page spread for each month? And of course, you could add additional things. So if you wanted to use like Calico Collage's planner pages, you could make your journal such a way that you have a whole monthly planner tucked into your pocket. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is put this on top, put that here, and then add the flower. Okay. Put that on here. I got this green. No, that doesn't go. That is not a good fit. I think that's what I want right there. So now we got March on this side. And then when we put this in the pocket, that'll say March on that side. We could add another little pocket over here maybe. All right, I want this down low enough. Yep, I think like that. All right, I'm going to use the... Hey, Sandra! With some caffeine goodness. I did glue that down. Yep, okay. This is a painted paper that I made a while back, and I saw it and I went, you know what? I'm just going to use it. I've had so many papers that I've had for a long time that I hadn't used that I thought, you know, it's just time. It's just time to use as much as I can. I think like that. All right, so I'm going to glue this down here. I was trying to decide if I should cover that up. I think I will. I'll put it closer to this side. Okay. Position it where we want. Wipe away the excess glue. Okay, I'm liking how this is coming together. I feel like I need something else. You know, here we did all these layers, but I don't have a lot of extra layers on this side. Maybe we don't for March. Maybe we leave it not as complicated. Because I also found I have this little notepad of papers. I have a journal card. So I guess we could kind of position it to where it's in layers. I need to let that pocket dry first. We did not have a pocket in here. We're going to put the pages in later. So that's going to go over here. You like this idea, Sandra? I kind of like it. All right, I think we could get away with... Oh, I've got some... let's find some gold trim. I put it all the way, didn't I? Julie, what's your name? Jennifer gave me a whole bunch of gold trim that I haven't done anything with. Some of the pieces. I think that's too big. It's pretty though. I don't know if I put all of it that was gold up in the box. And I would need my step ladder to pull it down because it's way up there. But let me look at my other tote. Oh, I have this ribbon. Never mind. I have this ribbon. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put it right here on this edge. Like this. I think it needed that. A little bit. Alright, so I'm going to put a bead of glue right down this edge. I meant to keep out some of that gold and I didn't. Yep, I have plenty of time. I'll get them out. Alright, let's go ahead and put this into the glue here. And then I need my fabric scissors. There we go. I think I'm going to put some over here on this side. Okay. Using it up. I think we need some bling, maybe. Okay, trim this piece. Now, I think that looks good. Put it away, put it away, put it away. Okay, let's see what else I have here. Let's look in the bling bag. What I should have done is looked for the, I know I have somewhere some shamrock stickers and whatnot, but apparently I didn't put them where I thought they should be. I think we're just going to use this big bling. I'm just going to cut between where the sticker is. This is like on a strip. There. Now, should I put it right in the middle? Yeah, let's do that. Why not? I like it. One more, at least. Right here. I should put one up there too, huh? I like it. Has that got some good bling on it? I have a strip here of a sticker bling. What if I were to put some right across here? Okay. This is stuff that I bought years ago, probably because it was on sale. And then I was gifted a bunch, and I haven't been using it, so little at a time. Gonna use it up. It was from Recollections, so that would be Michael's. Okay. There we go. I may not put all of these in here. Let's see. I think just these two. Maybe I'll save this for another month. I'll move it over here. So here's the rest of those months, and then it has the days of the week included in there. So I've just didn't want to cut them all up and then lose them, so I didn't cut them up yet. So maybe I'll stick that there. So I need to add the pages to this journal, but I think pretty much this page is done. And then when I flip this over, this is going to be for April. And my thought was, this is from Calico Collage. This is her Sweet Elegance kit. And I really like those pages. And then I think this is from Unicorn Dreams. I don't know. I thought it might be kind of pretty to either use half of it to be a pocket. I don't know. I grabbed, these are some of my journal cards that so how do I explain this? I took the photographs of the flowers. I made gel prints, sent all of that to Norella, and then she put them together as cards. And I can't remember which kit this is from Norella, but I thought those were some pretty pieces. I don't know if I want to use this one or not. It kind of doesn't match this, so maybe I'll stick this in the back of my journal somewhere and maybe use like this piece across the page and fill in. I may have to find something else to put here for April. That was my thinking. I just kind of started grabbing a few things. I had these journal cards that I got years ago online, and I was sticking those in there trying to figure out what would go. You like the blues for April? Well, that's not blue. I mean, it's kind of pinky and a little bit of everything. I don't know. It's kind of pink and blue. I don't know about this piece. I don't know that that goes. Unless I use a real small amount of it. Maybe what I could do if I put it over here, and then if I use this over the top of it, that tones it way down so it's not quite so garish. And then this will go, and maybe I'll tear this one and kind of do a torn collage. That's kind of what I'm thinking for next month, April. And then I thought this might be a pretty little pocket to put together and then put the journal cards down in it to go over the top. And then I could have additional journal cards here. That's as far as I've gotten on April, trying to figure out what I want to use for this month. I'd love to have your feedback, what you thought of that. I'm going to close this back up and come back over here. I did not make a little notepad for this side, but I do have this little notepad. I don't think there's enough space here, but I could create, let's see what happens. That's really close. I'd have to narrow it down. You love it? You love what I've got so far? I don't think I put any bling on January, so maybe we should do that. Let's grab some bling. You know what? I might as well use some of this up. So what if maybe across the top like that? Okay, let's put some of that down. Should I put it above? Let's put it right on the edge here. There we go. Add in some bling. And I've got this bigger bling here, so let's grab a few of those. Maybe right next to where it says January. Yeah, why not? Okay, let's put one down here. And maybe up here by goals. All right, now I added some bling. Every page has got bling on it now. All righty, well, I think that's all I'm going to do today. Henry's home, so we're probably going to eat us some dinner. Spend a little bit of time together. But I'm loving how this is coming together. It's going to be a chunky monkey. It's going to be a chunky monkey. You made a 5-foot-long St. Patrick snippet roll. Whoa, that's long. I have to show you something that I saved, if I can find it. Here it is. I bought some pajamas at Kohl's, and it came with this band that is stretchy, and I think it might be big enough to go around. And what I'm thinking of doing, it's a plasticky material, is covering it with fabric. I may even take this piece off and cover it. It looks like it's glued or taped into place. And I may use that as a band to keep this journal closed, because when I put it flat, it fits all the way around. So by the time this is all puffed out, and I could find something to put on there. You love it? Well, thank you. I hope you like it. I hope it gives you some inspiration of doing a journal. I've set it up to be a 2-page spread for each month. And so I'll be able to pull this journal out and write into it just like I can over here as well as here. I think this is great. I don't know. I like it. I like it myself, so hopefully y'all like it too. All right, well, let's pick a winner of 200 junk bucks. And that winner is Peter. I'll get that added to your account, Peter. I want to thank y'all for hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed this. You think it'll be too junky for it? I don't know. It's pretty, thick through here. So I think it may work. I don't know. And I could also put a new elastic band in it. It has a piece of elastic in it, and it's really stretchy, and it's really sturdy. So it might work. I don't know. It might work. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, to make my own band. Yeah, I could make my own too. I mean, I could use this as a jumping off, idea. Because again, if I wanted, I could cover this piece of plasticky material with paper and fabric. And if I needed to make it longer, I could. I could even make it long enough that it went this way. But I think this is the way, because so far I don't have anything sticking out of the edges. But I don't know. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. I hope you do too. Do something creative this week. Thank you for your donations. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your thumbs up. Share this with others if you think that they would find this a fun project to start, to do, to work. Do something creative this week. Make something. Get in your little space, whether it be a little card, whatnot. Share it with us on social media. Tag me if you will. What else? Do something kind for somebody else. You never know what someone is going through. Send them a message. Hold the door. Say Merry Christmas, even if you don't mean it. You never know what's going to, going through someone else's life right now. That might work. When Linda says chunky monkey, that will be the really chunky. Yeah, it'll be really chunky, right? You're very welcome, Sandra. Thank you all for being here. I wish you the very best this next week. I hope that you are able to do something that you love and to love on somebody that you want being with. All right. Yay. Well, thank you so very much for being here. Y'all have a great week. Lots of love to each and every one of you. We'll see you next week where we work on April, May, and if I have time, we may even go ahead and do June. I'm going to do the pages of this separately. You already get the gist of it. I don't think I have to repeat it time after again. So we'll see how it goes. If you have suggestions or comments of what I should use for April, May, June, or the rest of the year, do feel free to leave me a comment below this video. Y'all take care. Lots of love to every one of you. Bye, everybody.